So the products and services we use on a regular basis. So number one is This Week in Real Estate. So we get that weekly, obviously. The second one is Australian Property Update, which is a monthly publication that comes out that we use as well. And we use that around newsletters, we use that around information that we can send out, and sometimes we pull it apart. And the third one that we find really valuable that we use, it's not as regular, but it's called a location report. So we can ask Terry for information on a particular suburb. So one of our offices is Ipswich, and Terry gives us a location report on Ipswich of what's happening, the future, and what are the drivers of property in Ipswich. And you can do that for any area, and we find that really valuable for our staff, number one, but also passing that on to our consumers and our clients as well. Well, the Reaching Out package encompasses all those things that we're using regularly. How does it benefit us? In a number of ways. The first thing I always look at is information. So particularly for our staff. So we're real estate agents, so in essence, there's always something to do, so we're busy. One of the key things for us is to stay across market trends, which is harder than it sounds. So you're either reading the press, which are often 3 to 6 months behind, and also there are vested interests with the press. So you'll get a tainted view of the real estate market, either good or bad. What we find with our package with Terry is we get really well-researched information, number one. So we know it's accurate, we know it's well-researched. It doesn't always get it right, but nobody does. And that it's a piece where we can educate ourselves, and I can pass that on to my staff and my team and my salespeople, who by reading Terry's information, they go to the marketplace with an informed opinion of what's happening in their world. They can then pass that on to consumers and clients. So even though we use a lot of the information direct in newsletters, I think primarily for an organisation like ours, it's well-researched information for our team. That's the number one thing we use it for, and it's very valuable. Okay, do I think the Reaching Out package is good value? From a time to put together that sort of information on a weekly, monthly basis, and then researching particular locations, how we use, Terry will give us a report on a location. To do that amount of work is cost prohibitive from a time perspective. Like, we just don't have the time, and it's a busy world. That's Terry's speciality. He knows what he's looking for, he knows how to find it. If you ask a real estate agent to go out and find that information, and that's what we are, or a consumer to go out and find that information, number one, they'll never find it because they just don't have the time. And number two is you can't afford to pay for it. So for Terry, what we pay to Terry for that information, I think is absolutely priceless. The Reaching Out package saves, it's basically that's what it does, is save us time. And our most precious resource in our industry is time. So if we're educating ourselves, which we have to, but if we're going out and looking for information, it's time we're not spent face to face with clients. So by using Terry's information and the Reaching Out package, that allows us more time to spend with our clients, and we're better educated when we do it.